Elliot?
Ah, Delphine.
Oh, thank God you're here. The lights were off, so I thought that... I'm sorry. I got out of the hospital late, then I went to the station to pick up Jim's check, and when they told me... I'm scared.
Of what?
What are you drinking?
It's only juice. Juice and nothing else.
Breathe on me. You heard me. Don't lie to me, Elliot. Especially not now. No! You knew!
Knew about what?
What's that gun doing there?
Sometimes I go out into the countryside and shoot up bottles. If the cola company ever finds out...
You're such an idiot. Seriously, you don't know?
No, I don't know. And if you keep up the guessing games, I'll never know.
He's back.
Who?
Him. I don't know why it still surprises me, but it's incredible that you were such a good detective, and yet you've never been able to understand people. Capone got out of jail.
Where'd you hear that?
Chief Jenkins.
Chief Jenkins? The same guy who said he was going to clean up Santa Esperanza, right? In that case, you can rest assured Capone just put on his striped pajamas, and in 4 minutes' time, he'll be snoring in his cell.
Elliot, what if it's true? If he's out, what's the first thing he's going to do? Who does he hate more than anyone?
He spent almost 20 years in jail. Capone's an old man. If he gets out, at most he's going to challenge me to a race to the nearest park bench.
Please, Elliot, don't joke. You're the only part of Jim's life that I have left. If you put yourself in danger, I'm fine. Thanks.
My hand? I burnt it cooking. Fried eggs are the devil's work.
What's going on, Elliot? We're closed.
Can you wait outside for a couple of minutes, Milton?
Sure, of course. Although, I'm sorry to say, but we're short on time.
Elliot.
I said a couple of minutes, Milton.
It's all right. Goodbye, Elliot. You can use that couple of minutes to teach this gentleman some manners.
No, and it's none of your business.
Sorry to butt in. I've brought your rapist costume for the party. Seriously, you're not...
No, she's the wife of a friend who died in the line of duty, Jim Dockers.
Alphonse told me about him.
Your Alphonse killed him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Ness. Although he's not the same man he was. Anyway, isn't the deal with marriage until death do us part?
It's not that simple. There are other factors. Dockers was my best friend. I couldn't do that to him, not even now he's dead.
Right. So you like her, but you don't have the nerve.
Oh yeah? What would you do?
Women have never been one of my priorities.
I'm sorry?
Forget it. You screwed Alphonse good, didn't you?
I don't think he holds it against me, this far down the line. He's a new man now, right?
Did you enjoy it?
I'm a cop. Correction, I was a cop. You do the job you're given. End of story.
I hear you. But you didn't finish the next job they gave you. Did they find those kids?
No. How do I look?
Like the Invisible Man in the movie. No one's gonna buy it.
Take it easy. Everything's going to work out fine.
Funny disguise.
So, everything's gonna work out fine, huh? You sure it's here?
Relax. It's just a little further. Just follow me.
This plan is suicidal. We're gonna die.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And may I ask why?
It's not the first time I've done a job like this, and I never was any good at getting killed.
There's a first time for everything, my friend.
Milton, if you go on contradicting me, you're not going to get into your role. Don't forget, while we're here, you're supposed to be at my beck and call.
While we're here.
Hey, you. Where do you think you're going?
Hello, friend. I've come to speak with Nikolai Ivankov. Can you help me?
I'm sorry, pal. The Mummy Repair Center is over on the other side.
Well, we tried being polite.
Kick him in the balls, honey.
It'd be my pleasure, Sweetie Chops.
Dakota.
Yeah, my pleasure, Miss Dakota.
Listen, friend, I've had to freeze my ass off on guard duty myself. Let me and my man pass, and you can carry on warming yourself up.
The other option is for us to warm him up ourselves, Mr. Burke.
Ah, you got one of those uppity Negroes, I see.
If he's like that with me, think what he'd do with you.
What the fuck? Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm Osmond Burke, and I have an appointment with your boss.
You're Burke. Why didn't you say so before? Come on in.
What is that thing?
You really want to know? Better off not asking.
It's supposed to be here.
Where's the ship?
Looking for someone?
We arranged to meet Nikolai Ivankov at berth 42, but it looks like the ship isn't moored here. Has she set sail?
It isn't moored? Maybe she sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
You know that we punish children who behave badly, don't you? Yesterday, it was Juliet who behaved badly. Do you remember?
Uh-huh.
She hit Junior so she would finish ahead of him in the morning race. Do you know what we did to her?
Mm-mm.
Don't worry. You'll find out soon enough. Which do you prefer? The doll or the plush toy?
Being a girl, I'd probably say doll.
Days ago, Mickey bit Tom so he could take his food. Do you know what we did with him?
Bruno says you killed him.
Bruno says many things. Which do you prefer, blonde hair or brown?
Oh, damn. A little girl probably said no.
And today, you tried to escape. Do you know what the difference is?
No.
Juliet and Mickey hurt their friends so that we would not punish them. You tried to escape, but you did not harm your friends. You even tried to help Bruno, although in the end you chose, very wisely, to save yourself. We are going to punish you.
Oh no. Poor girl.
But in a different way than Juliet and Mickey. Bruno, on the other hand, did something very similar to them. He betrayed you to avoid being punished.
I'm sorry.
Which of these two drawings do you like best?
Oh damn. Left one.
I'm sorry.
So that concludes the episode 1. And I'm about to load episode 2 now. You can continue. I don't know. I don't think I'll be streaming the whole episode, but wherever I stop off is where I'll be the next time I stream.
Protect him.
Is she here?
My father asked you to take care of me. Is this how you respect a dead man's wishes?
Screw everything I said.
He's Al Capone. He may not have much left, but he'll have something.
Life's full of little twists and turns, huh?
Actually, I purchased this game over a year ago. I think it may have been sometime in April or May of last year. So, I'm not too sure how much I paid for it. Or maybe it was around the $5-6 mark. Because I don't usually pay much for games, the ones I buy.
Previously on Blues and Bullets. Do I know you from someplace?
Me? No. But you do know my boss.
You should be rotting in jail.
Look, Ness. My granddaughter Sophia has been kidnapped.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save Sophia.
I'll do it. Not for you. For her. Carlo Boccarini. Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza.
Is that our man?
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go. You're Osmond Burke, right? Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Calm down, Burke. You're going to meet up with him, right? It's going to be tonight.
Did they find those kids?
No. How do I look?
Like the Invisible Man in the movie. No one's gonna buy it.
I'm Osmond Burke, and I have an appointment with your boss.
Actually quite interesting, to be honest with you. Very unique in its own right. I've never seen anything, to be honest with you, even similar to this one. There might be a few, but I've never heard of it.
Come inside if you like.
Strange tent for Christmas week.
Here, I'm waiting. Don't be shy.
Oh my god. Not a gypsy.
Tell your fortune, young man.
Alright, go on.
I don't think it'll be good, but go ahead.
Oh, I see success at work. Very soon. Probably the last in a long time.
That's enough for me. You just made my day.
In that case, I'd better not tell you how the affair with that married woman is going to go.
What? How do you know?
It's better if I don't tell you. And that's all we're going to talk for now. You may leave now. I feel someone is waiting for you.
Whoa, that was intense.
Told you she was a deep sleeper. If you happen to watch this stream later on, stay away from gypsies and Edward.
Merry Christmas, sir. Can I interest you in anything?
What is that, a gingerbread man? Oh, no. What's a mistletoe?
I can see you're a man in love. You know what they say. If she's underneath it, she can't say no.
That's what I'm hoping.
Merry Christmas.
What's over here?
Anything catch your eye, sir?
No thanks. I've bought enough today.
Fair enough. Good thing we bought those flowers.
Hey there. Ah, where'd this mistletoe pop up from?
For God's sake, Elliot, no. Especially not in public. Shall we walk?
I hope someday we can walk arm in arm.
Was it hard to get away?
Not really. I told Martha I had to check out a tip-off. In fact, it's true.
That's exactly what Jim told me. On Strawberry Avenue, right?
I left him in charge. It's a routine check. I'm sure it's nothing. At the most, some kind of abandoned bootleggers still. O'Reilly and DiPietro are with him. Even Garrison joined them to stretch his legs and take a break from the leads in the accounting book.
Are you certain there's no danger?
I'm not certain of anything anymore. But I had to see you. These last months haven't been easy. We barely see each other. We're drifting apart, and I can't allow this to end badly.
And this is how you plan to prevent it? By forcing me to kiss you? This isn't right. If we go on, I'm going to end up hating you. I think I already do, almost as much as I hate myself.
Delphine.
Goddamn fish!
Before, I had you as a way of escaping from Jim. But since you began this crusade against alcohol...
Against Capone.
Damn you to hell, Satan!
Ever since you dragged Jim into these untouchables of yours...
Jim Dockers is the best cop in Santa Esperanza, and the most honest.
You sent him out on a raid so you could see his wife, Elliot. How can you look him in the face after that?
I'll tear out your liver, you unholy abomination!
I know how to keep love and work separate, Delphine.
When I'm with him, he only talks about you, and now you only talk about him?
It was you who...
You screwed everything up. Can't you see that?
I'll rip your scales out one by one with my fucking teeth.
There's nothing I can do. I owe it to the city.
Right. You owe me nothing. Nor do I to you. It's over, Elliot.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna cut you up and just chop you into little...
Will you shut up? We're having a conversation.
No, I'm not gonna shut up until I've landed that son of a bitch.
Do you want a Christmas punch in the square?
Come on.
I'm serious. When I cast the line, the hook got caught round the back in my pants.
No.
Just on the seam. You know where. Ripped it right open.
Tell me there was no one behind you.
Well, of course there was. The girl I was trying to impress. And her father, and the rest of her family. Imagine the scene. There I was, shorts on display.
What can I get for the happy couple?
2 glasses of Christmas punch, please.
Coming right up. With or without alcohol?
Without, please.
Well, of course. Besides, we don't serve alcohol here. No, sirree. At the Tipsy Mermaid, we have the greatest respect for the law.
I think Jim suspects something.
Yeah, when all's said and done, he is a cop.
Elliot, we have to stop seeing each other. It won't be such a big change. Really, I think it's best if we break it off. Jim needs me, your priority is your work, and I don't see any other way.
All I'm asking for is patience. I'm about to wipe out Capone. We got his accounting book. Garrison is sifting through it. As soon as he ties up a couple of loose ends, we can haul him in for tax evasion. Santa Esperanza will be free, and so will we.
What if it takes time to tie up those loose ends?
What's the difference? We agreed to carry on until Claire grew up, and that's still a long way off. Time's on our side, and then...
And then what? If you put Capone away, you'll find another crusade, another obsession, another reason nobody can get close to you. I don't know you anymore, Elliot. You really are untouchable. And I am Jim Docker's wife. Besides, if I want to study medicine, I'm going to need time. I can't steal it from my family.
I know, and I support you, but...
2 glasses of Christmas punch for the happy couple. The fuzz really screwed up this time, huh?
What do you mean?
Can't you hear the sirens? On the radio, they're saying 4 cops got pumped full of lead. Not that I'm glad to hear it, of course.
Where?
On Strawberry Avenue, I think.
No. No, no, no. Jim.
Wait.
What?
I'll come with you.
No. Oh my God. Jim.
Looks like someone said something they shouldn't have.
Whiskey. A bottle. Now.
We don't serve alcohol here, sir. At the Tipsy Mermaid, we have the greatest respect for the law.
You took delivery of 12 cases on Wednesday night. Bring me a bottle, or I'll make sure you rot in jail for the rest of your sorry little life.
1 bottle of whiskey coming right up.
Garrison. O'Reilly. DiPietro. Dockers. Garrison. O'Reilly. DiPietro. Dockers.
Fucking Negro.
Theseus is my bodyguard, and he's a good one. I always choose the best. Especially when I'm traveling with a heavy load.
Jesus Christ, Burke. You're a mess. Delighted I finally get to meet the star of the newsreels. Although I won't be able to say I saw your face. Will you be like that for long?
The doctor doesn't dare give me a date. I have to see him every 15 days.
Every 15 days? See your doctor or your mistress? Really, the dog's life, Burke. The life of a fucking dog. Politicians steal, judges are crooked, storekeepers overcharge. Do they have to change their faces? No. These are honorable members of society. Unbelievable. Christ. surprised you can't even feel secure in your own face. The dog's life being a criminal. You know what I'd like to be? A boxer. I had promised, but...
What the hell is that?
That is my bodyguard. But he knows how to keep his mouth shut.
Forgive Theseus, but you won't deny that your man is spectacular, to say the least.
Ah, a grateful custom. Boccherini and I... By the way, he gave you your new papers, didn't he?
He was a little late with the handover, so to make up for it, he invited me to that pigsty he calls home.
He did. He never used to be late with a job. He's so decrepit he can't even control his farting, the filthy bastard.
I meant before dinner. He handed over the papers at the meeting place, but he took a liking to me and invited me to dinner. Well, in fact, he did get them to me in time, but I asked for a couple of changes. You know how it is.
Right. This way.
Bluffing again.
Son of a bitch.
It's called a poker face, you amateurs.
Well. Here we are. I admire you. You got balls on you, like two left hooks. A chick turns you down, you fuck her anyway. Your family turns you in. So, second smiles all round. Your face on the front pages, you get yourself a new one.
I never liked it that much anyway, you know?
Speak for yourself. For me, my face is like my cock. I'm too fond of it.
Speaking of my family...
Why is that piece of shit laughing?
Theseus.
Ah, you'll find a good beating, does the trick. Wait. I know that face from somewhere.
You do?
Yes. Where the hell do I know it from? Ah, doesn't matter. I don't spend much time with living Negroes. So, you come to me from Vermont to spend $1 million fucking dollars on such unique merchandise. Why? What are you going to do with it? You got me intrigued, you know.
To tell the truth, I still don't know myself. I have to look at my options, work out which way forward is best for me.
You're spending $1 million and you're still not sure about it? By the way...
What? You think I'd fall for that?
Son of a bitch!
Bring it. Of all the men I have on Alligator 3, only he dares to touch it. The rest are terrified. Bunch of faggots.
That's just what I wanted to ask you about. Since when does Nikolai Ivankov hide himself away in a submarine? What are you scared of?
So, you like to use your brain, huh? Some disappear by changing their face. Others prefer less drastic measures. I've owned it for a long time, for certain types of business. But I came on board yesterday because, well, I'm sure you've heard the rumors. He's back.
Of course. Capone. Are you serious? You think he's a threat?
Oh, you don't know him.
You were one of his right-hand men. What's he got against you?
I was. But things happened. Everything changes. He's like a retired boxer. All the technique, no reflexes. If he catches you off guard, you're dead meat. Stay on guard, and you'll take him out before he even sees you. And I think he's coming after me.
I know there's more. Spill.
You know? Did Boccherini tell you?
I have my own sources. Is she here?
Here? No, miss. We emptied the cargo zone just...
The cargo zone? What do you mean you emptied the cargo zone?
So you had dinner last night with Boccherini?
Yes.
Of course, he probably cooked you his specialty.
Maybe. He made lasagna, but I don't know if that's his specialty.
Duh. So, do you have the false papers he gave you? Just that with all this talk of him getting old, I'd like to see if he's lost his touch.
Well, I'd show you, but I left them in a safe at the hotel. Safety first.
I sense trouble.
I see. This just confirms my suspicions. You know, I fear you may have been robbed. It turns out they just found the body in a nice part of town. A recent suicide, it would seem.
Oh, no.
Apparently, he jumped from a high place. He landed feet first, and his thigh bones burst his lungs. But the face was intact. Well, that's a figure of speech. He had recently been operated on. And, to get back to the subject, in his pocket, he had the papers Boccherini gave to you. Milton! Don't let them get close to me!
Here we go. This should be fun.
Where's Ivankov? Milton, the door. At your command, Mr. Ness. Come on.
It's a pleasure to be me again.
Shut the hatches!
We have to get him and have a little chat.
Protect Ivankov! Don't let them get to the boss! So, everything's gonna work out fine, huh?
If someone hadn't thrown someone off the side of a Zeppelin...
Well, Alphonse gets this crazy notion.
Alphonse. How about grabbing a gun and helping me?
I don't like shooting. I prefer the human touch.
Why does Capone send me a bodyguard who won't shoot?
I'm not your bodyguard, Ness. I'm here to watch you. They're heading for the machine room. Take the Negro!
Touch the immersion! And activate the alarm!
I want the secret.
Of what?
Of your blueberry pie.
In your dreams. Kill them! Kill them!
Damn, I didn't get to use the Tommy gun. Disappointed.
Okay, we've got a way out.
You can drive that thing?
I'll have to.
Let's go.
Not yet. Ivankov mentioned the cargo zone when I tried to get information about the girl. I have to investigate.
All yours. I'll stand guard.
Without a gun?
I always carry one.
No.
I prefer not to use it unless I have to.
They could have killed us.
But they didn't. You should be proud of yourself. Not mad at me.
Well, if there's no chair to sit on, then you're going to sit on here, yeah?
My God, what is this? Bloody paw prints. Made by dogs, most likely. Bloodstains trampled by the bare feet of at least 4 different people. The boots that left these prints were fairly new, to judge by the clean outline of the sole. Looks like a scoreboard. Some of the competitors have letters and a number, but towards the end there are others that only have a number. Based on what I got out of Ivankov and these pieces of evidence, I guess he's a human trafficker. Is there evidence that proves Ivankov was trafficking in humans? marks seem to have been made by teeth, although I can't be sure. Animal fur. I think they tried to clean up urine stains with some kind of powerful cleaning product made with ammonia. Just a number. Bullet casings. He probably shot at whatever was in the cage. They invented these less than 20 years ago to make life easier for lumberjacks. I wonder how long it was before the mob was using them for their own ends. This is fresh blood, not more than a day old. Dried blood. Been there a while. Marks left by the chainsaw, no doubt. A cross painted by hand in blood. Was it the prisoner's own hand and their own blood? Sickening smell, revolting stains. This was a toilet for whoever was locked up here. The diameter of these shackles is pretty conclusive. Wrists or ankles. There's still some water and the food hasn't dried out completely. This cage was occupied recently. I think it says Aptocator, the owner of the biggest prostitution ring in Santa Esperanza. $3,000. Holy Christ. Jesus. A bucket that contained excrement. Recent traces of food and drink. Human bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash. Shackles the right size for wrists and ankles. No doubt about it. There were people in these cages. The size of the shackles, the troughs for food and drink, and the buckets for waste prove it. Can I prove that the people held here were sold? A scoreboard, like a knockout tournament. Cages that likely house dogs. Cages that likely house dogs. The cages are labeled with letters, or names and numbers. Human bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash. Cages that likely house dogs. A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently.
Not enough clues yet.
Where's the key? Could this be Sophia Capone? In any case, it seems that someone paid an extremely high price. Specific orders. Short, red-haired adolescent. Middle-aged white man. Young Negro girl. Looks like Ivankov was paid for some of them, but some were rejected. Kulikov, the most versatile vodka in the world. A receipt from the most expensive children's clothes store in Santa Esperanza, issued yesterday. I wonder how many death sentences came out of this thing. Guido Colombo. According to Capone, that's the name Sophia's kidnapper used to pass himself off as her uncle when he took her from the school. We owe this beautiful work of forgery to the talent of Carlo Boccarini. May he rest in peace. No doubt about it. Ivankov likes boxing. I knew it. Ha! According to Ivankov's register, not all his merchandise is accepted by the customer. labels on the cages could refer to the customers who buy human merchandise from Ivankov. I base this assumption on the register, in which some of the pieces are marked as acceptable and paid for, and others are not. What does he do with the ones that are rejected? A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently. Human bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash. Someone paid a lot of money for a piece of merchandise that could well be Sophia Capone. Cages that likely house dogs. A scoreboard, like a knockout tournament. A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently. The forgeries belonging to Sophia Capone's kidnapper. A hefty receipt for children's clothes. Ivankov said he dreamt of becoming a boxer. Did his dreams come true down here? There's more than blood on here. There's chunks of brain. The leather's ripped, torn. By teeth? Chewed and stained with blood and body tissue. With all the pieces that are rejected by his customers, Ivankov organizes fights, probably to the death, between prisoners and between prisoners and dogs. Maybe even between prisoners and his own men. What is the fate of those that lose?
Well, simple. They get carved with the chainsaw and they get dumped in the pit.
A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently. Human bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash. It seems clear that those that lose in combat are hacked to pieces, some of them while they're still alive. I'd say they're then thrown into the water, but there's no proof.
don't know why I keep looking at that board.
You're not going to help me?
No.
No?
I'm not a detective, and there's too much blood in this tragedy to put it down.
You want blood? I promise you, we've got oceans of it right here. And unlike the blood in your Shakespeare, this is real.
Yet another reason.
So you have a sweet tooth?
Yeah.
And that's why they called you the Sugar Kid?
All right. What do you want to know?
I'm sorry about Billy Johnson.
I don't know how it happened. I didn't mean to hit him so hard. Well, I did, but you catch my drift. First of all, I should have been letting him beat me. The fight was fixed. But I wasn't in the mood, and I took it out on poor Billy, a white boy who probably had no idea it was rigged. You satisfied? Anything else?
Why did you shoot those people?
The white guy's friends follow the black guy who accidentally killed him. They're 20 at least. They start insulting him. The black guy takes it. After the insults, the spitting starts. The black guy takes it. The shoving. Black guy takes it. Kick from the back. The black guy takes it. Another and another. Black guy turns and fights back. And the mob, going by the minute, falls on him. Someone fires a shot in the air. Everyone backs off. That someone is the dead guy's brother. He sticks a gun in the black guy's face, but the black guy's quicker. He grabs the gun, shoots him in the chest. While the crowd runs, the black guy empties the gun, not pausing to take aim. 1 dead, 4 wounded, 13 years. Reduced due to temporary insanity. You satisfied? Anything else?
How did you survive on Gore Island?
Alphonse. When I arrived, he was still in his prime, and he ruled the roost. He protected me until, years later, I had to protect him. There you are. Now you know who I am. So, what's the secret ingredient?
The deal was that you would tell me who you are, and I found it out for myself.
You win, my friend. For now.
Why don't you like shooting?
I did it once. I wasn't good at it. Never again.
They're still damp. Quite the contrast with the rest of the room. I'd almost say it was cleaner than my shower at home. Quite the contrast with the rest of the room. I'd almost say it was cleaner than my shower at home. Damn, where's the key?
Upstairs. Right. Change the safe code to last night's winner. Oh, I get it. Now we gotta go back down and check on the board, see what the code was. I think it was 209. I think it was. There we go. Booyah.
Bingo.
Inside this crate, this shipping crate. One way to find out. Oh no. Yeah, these Capone's killed.
The giant container has been used to hold children.
Yeah.
Was Sophia Capone held in the container? These prisoners were treated reasonably well, all things considered.
I think it might be clear to resolve this one.
Doesn't look like the dress Capone said Sophia was wearing. Boys' underwear. Dirty.
Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. And she was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them.
No adult could sleep here. No adult could sleep here. What do you have to do to a child before they draw something like that?
I think we got everything we need to solve it, to be honest with you. Location.
The forgeries belonging to Sophia Capone's kidnapper. A hefty receipt for children's clothes with yesterday's date. Someone paid a lot of money for a piece of merchandise that could well be Sophia Capone.
True.
Towels that are still damp.
Couldn't be a towels.
Children's shampoo. Someone wanted a girl's shoe identical to the one that Capone's. A shoe identical to the one described by Capone, and the documents used by the person pretending to be Sophia's uncle make it certain that she was held here. Sophia Capone was here, but did she get out? Someone paid a lot of money for a piece of merchandise that could well be Sophia Capone. According to the register, Ivankov was paid for Sophia, which means she was handed over to his customer. Sophia Capone got out of here, but did she get out alive? Children's shampoo. Someone wanted them to look perfectly presentable. Towels that are still damp. A hefty receipt for children's clothes with yesterday's date. The damp towels, the children's shampoo, and the receipt from the children's clothes shop indicate that they washed and dressed the children before taking them away. I strongly doubt that they washed them just to kill them, so there is reason to believe that Sophia Capone is still alive. We're done here. Let's go.
Already? I thought I'd have time to finish Act 4.
Are you doubting my efficiency as a detective?
That would depend on the quality of your conclusions.
That was pretty cool.
Ivankov is a human trafficker. He has various customers who make specific requests. Slavers, imps, God knows what else. He kidnaps them and puts them in these cages, shackling them and feeding them like animals until he's ready to complete the order. When he has enough, or maybe when the designated day comes around, his customer comes here and decides which of his catches are satisfactory and which are not. What does he do with the rejects? For many people, this would be a problem, but not for Ivankov. Like a true boxing fan, he organizes fights between the failed candidates. Bloody tournaments, possibly to the death. I'm sure his men place bets, and that the whole sick spectacle, like the Roman circus, helps keep morale high. But, as in the circus, it's not just people that fight. There are animals, too. In these cages, Ivankov kept dogs. He forces the survivors to fight them, wearing boxing gloves, until the dogs tear them apart. And if anyone survives, Ivankov's own men finish the job. This leads us to the next problem. What does Ivankov do with the bodies? Easy. He cuts them up on this table, one by one, alive even, if they had the bad luck not to die in the arena. And then? I don't know. Maybe he throws them overboard, but that's always risky. Maybe if we interrogate him when he wakes up, he can tell us more. But that's not what really interests us. What really interests us is what's inside, or what was inside this container. In recent weeks, Ivankov has kidnapped 9 children for an anonymous client who pays him a fortune for each one of them. The most expensive item of all has been given the initials SC, or Sophia, as proved by one of her shoes, which I found in there. Today, or possibly last night, the customer took delivery of the children and paid in full. Before this, Ivankov bought them new clothes and gave them a shower. Why would he do that? Is it to sell them into adoption in wealthy families? I very much doubt it, but I can't figure out another reason. What I do think is that his client doesn't want to leave loose ends. I think he forced him to get rid of the rest of his prisoners. This is why they organized fights yesterday, dismembered the combatants, and even killed all the dogs.
Man, that's deep, man. For real.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh, man. Let's take this piece of shit to Capone.
What?
They're old friends. I'm sure Alphonse will be happy to...
Out of the question. You saw what he did to Burke. You want him to do it again? Want us to lose another witness? Christ, 20 years ago, I let a child murderer slip through my fingers. I won't let that happen again. What if the 2 cases are related?
Not gonna persuade you, am I?
No.
Okay.
What was that for?
Wake up, Elliot.
We there?
No, still a ways to go. But from here we have to go on foot.
We've been in the car for 2 hours. You going to tell me why we're here?
Because we need to get there.
Come on, Jim.
Be patient. I told you it's a surprise. I want you to find out for yourself. Or don't you like surprises?
I like them. Who doesn't? But what kind of surprise requires you to carry a gun?
Name me one thing you can do in Santa Esperanza without carrying a gun.
Touché.
Do as I say and you'll see. Take it from Jim Dockers.
Because you're my friend, right?
Don't let your guard down. Have you heard of the Voduna cult?
You mean voodoo? Dolls and needles?
Yes and no. It's different varieties of the same thing.
the Vodun religion from East Africa. In Cuba, they call it Vodou. In Haiti, it's Voodoo. Santa Esperanza had its own version. A little community that lived in these woods, no more than 200 people, I reckon.
Had?
Right. They say practically all of them died. A sort of civil war sparked up by betrayal. Betrayal between friends.
Really? What kind of betrayal?
The Vodunas place particular importance on a person's name. They chose a name for themselves when they reached adulthood, and they only revealed it to their partners and their descendants.
Is that so?
It is. Legend says that while he was out hunting with his right-hand man, the chief of the Vodunas was attacked by...
Not such a dumb idea. I wish no one knew my name.
Well, for the Vodunas, it wasn't that simple. Ah, shit. Help me with this, Elliot. One, two, three. They had different names for it. Either to use nicknames similar to Indian names. Come on. Anyway, while he was out hunting, the chief of the tribe was attacked by a bear.
A bear? There were never any bears in Santa Esperanza.
Why are you talking in the past tense? I wasn't joking when I told you not to let your guard down.
Shit.
The chief's wounds look fatal, so he confided in his best friend, the best hunter in the tribe, and whispered his true name to him. The hunter left him in the woods, went back to the village, and told the news to the chieftain's wife and children.
Well, that's tough. However badly wounded he was his partner. You can't leave your partner in the woods, whatever state he's in.
Let's hope neither of us has to make that kind of decision today.
Sullivan River. Flows into the Donovan Dam, I think.
I didn't think geography was your department.
Sometimes I like to dabble in things that aren't officially my department.
So I see. According to Voduna law, from the moment the hunter whispered the dead husband's name to the chief's wife, he would take his place.
In what sense?
In the eyes of the tribe, he became him. He had to take on his role, fulfill his duties, raise his children, and sleep with his wife. Damn. Should be right here.
What?
The sign tells us which way we have to go. Must be hidden in the undergrowth.
Let me look for it.
Okay, I'll cover you.
Huh. This burned out a long time ago. Weeks, I guess. Animal attack, no doubt about it. Here's the sign. Looks like it was knocked over by a poacher's prey.
Well spotted. Let's go on.
You taking me to a church?
It's never a bad time to confess your sins.
What was that?
No idea.
Ah!
You were blocking my target. Ah, sorry.
What's wrong with you, Dockers? What's the problem?
Old age. I can't compete with a young marksman like you.
You're not going after it?
Let's not push our luck. I don't want our story to end up like the Vaduna chieftain and the hunter.
Okay, let's go.
They built the chapel after the massacre of the Vaduna people.
You still haven't told me how that happened.
The hunter became the chief and moved in with his family. It wasn't the first time that kind of thing had happened. But one thing did happen for the first time. The wounds the bear had inflicted on the real chief were less serious than they seemed. A few days later, he came back and claimed what was his. But the hunter wasn't so sure. He was the chieftain now.
Yes, but the hunter won his new identity by leaving the old chief to his fate.
He betrayed his friend. I agree with you. As did many of the Vadunas. But the rest of the village didn't see it that way. The Vadunas were split into supporters of the new chief and the old one. And, well, you know how it all ended. Elliot, I have a problem. I think Delphine is cheating on me with another man.
Whoa.
Some nights when I lie down next to her in bed, her hair smells of gunpowder. Someone who regularly handles guns is touching her. Do you have any idea who it could be?
Oh, no. Found out.
I'm sorry, Jim. I should have told you before. I don't even know how it started.
Oh, no, he's dead as fuck.
Jim, please, put the gun down.
Yeah, Jim, put it down. You're late.
Who the hell is that?
You know why they built this chapel?
We know.
Typical Americans. They find that a bunch of crazies from some wacky religion have killed each other, and they build them a church, huh? As if the dead give a damn about their Christian God.
Jim, what's going on?
I told you, it's a surprise.
Who's going in?
He is.
Me?
Trust me.
You believe in God, Ness?
If I didn't, I couldn't survive this war. Someone had some fun at these critters' expense. Mary Magdalene, the prostitute who repented and washed the feet of Christ.
I have a gun pointing at your head. I could kill you right now.
I'm not surprised. Today is International Point a Gun at My Head Day.
I won't shoot. I'm here to help you.
Yeah?
Look under your knees.
What is this?
To you, just a bunch of scribbles. But to someone who knows what he's looking at, it could be prison bars for Capone.
You telling me Capone wrote down every one of his crimes?
Very funny, Ness. Your financial specialist, Garrison, you'll know what to do.
Why are you doing this?
What do you care? I'm serving you Capone's head on a golden plate. Don't ask questions. Just beat it, Ness. The sooner you set Garrison to work, the sooner all this will be over. God, I hate cops.
Carmine?
Please, no.
Why?
He threatened my kids.
Capone? No, you're his right-hand man, his chief executioner.
He's lost his mind. He suspects everyone and everything. He has to be stopped. Don't kill me. For my kids' sake.
You remember Don Prescott? 33 years on the force. My first partner. You left his face in such a mess, they had to make him a clay mask so his family could look at him at the funeral.
Capone wanted him dead.
What about Amber Fisher, 15 years old? You held her prisoner for 3 days. She committed suicide only hours before we came to rescue her. I don't need to remind you what you did to her, do I?
I was following orders.
No. Capone orders you to kill. You improvise. You enjoy it.
You can't do this.
Elliot, don't do it. Kill an unarmed man and it'll haunt you your whole life.
I deserve a trial.
We're cops, not killers.
Jesus, Ness, weren't you?
Control your anger.
Weren't you the most honest man in Santa Esperanza?
It's not for you to make Mr. Mayhem.
Only in public.
You don't know what you just started. No matter what monster you're facing, next time you find yourself in a situation like that, control your anger, or you'll be lost forever.
Thank you, Ness. Thank you. You saved me a bullet. And take it easy, Carmine. I'll save the ones meant for your children, too. Don't worry about the damage I made you do to your beloved boss. I'll make it up to him. After all, he needs a new right-hand man now. Thanks for the book.
get in touch with you? How did you do it?
It doesn't matter. Stroke of luck. Now, all we need to do is be careful. See what Garrison can find.
Jim, about Delphine?
Shut it. First we finish Capone. Then we talk.
Wrong again, Ness. Wow, don't tell me your friends let you down again. Lucky you got me, huh? I'm losing my mind. It's only logical that Dawkins should abandon you. He just told you you screwed his wife. Honest and moronic. But what about the others? What will they think of you? Touch with everyone, Ness. Maybe it's just that anyone who gets close to you winds up dead. You should try to save her, right? The question is, can you? Do you even want to? It's funny. You don't mind giving half your earnings to some two-bit thief who walks into your restaurant, but when your friends are in danger...
No, please, no.
Into my house. Why did you get me mixed up in this?
Alice!
Elliot, this is your fault. Get me out of here.
Hang on, Alice. I'll find you.
Too hard on you. Some friends you do help. Like good old Capone. You should have shot him 20 years ago. But instead of that...
You're always late, Ness. You're a failure.
You pal up with him on condition he leaves the country he's helped to corrupt.
My father asked you to take care of me. Is this how you respect a dead man's wishes?
Very good. You've picked your friends.
Elliot, please.
Say goodbye to the others.
Alice, No! Alice!
This is a nightmare. Has to be. Poor guys, huh? You're the one that should be in the body bag, not them. Either way. Where were you? Dr. Dawkins took you to 7.
Delphine, no. Not you.
I was followed, Elliot. From the diner. What are you mixed up in?
I see. You were spinning your secret sweetheart line.
Delphine, no. Not you. Don't worry, Delphine. I'm coming.
You'll never learn, Elliot. You'll go on putting all the people you love in danger, won't you? Until you're completely alone.
Oh, God. Delphine, no. Oh. No.
What are you going to do when you're done crying? Now you don't even have the option of getting drunk.
We're a failure.
You have the cojones to finish off his goon in the church. Can you deal with the real problem?
We're a failure. The only thing you ever did right was put me away. How'd you do it, huh? How? Tell me.
That's the spirit, Elliot. That's exactly what God expects of a true believer like you, right? Die. That's right. Yes, kill me. Die! You know which part of yourself you're healing, don't you? Die! 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 Die!
Die!
Cool it, Mr. Ness. Alphonse is taking care of that.
You knocked me out. You betrayed me.
Betrayed you? Since when were we partners?
Where is Sophia?
What's going on up there?
That? I think it's modern art. Those things are supposed to be the pillars of Titus Andronicus's palace.
He's going to kill him.
Yeah, most likely. It says here, this is the Shakespearean tragedy that has the most deaths in it.
You bastard!
I don't... I'd say Capone is Titus, and Ivankov is Aaron, who ordered the kidnapping, rape, and mutilation of Titus's daughter, Lavinia. What do you think?
You son of a bitch!
You are wrong.
We can't let him kill him before he confesses.
I'm sorry, buddy, but what we can't do is to interfere in Alphonse's plans.
Remember what he did to Burke? In 5 minutes' time, Ivankov will be dead, and your beloved Alphonse will never find his granddaughter.
Come on, you'll need help.
Al, let me explain.
Take a rest.
Al, I didn't do a thing. This is all a mistake, I swear.
Are you sure? Because what I found in your submarine makes me think otherwise.
What the fuck did you find?
The hold is full of cages. Cages where you kept people locked up.
All right, yes. I make people disappear. Al, you don't know how hard it was to survive after you went away. Santa Esperanza went crazy. The cops, the judges, the other families, they all wanted to destroy your empire. I had to make a living.
What about the children?
What children? I never kidnapped a child. Never!
In your submarine, there's a container with mattresses barely 1.5 yards long, and drawings of kids gunning down your men. Have you seen them?
Yes! For Christ's sake, yes! I traffic in children too. Fuck!
I'll kill you.
But I never kidnapped your granddaughter, Al. Your family is my family.
That's where you're wrong.
In one of the cages, we found a girl's shoe. A white ballet shoe with daisies.
Son of a bitch, let me go!
Steady, Alphonse.
It's a lie! It's a lie! He's a fucking cop! How can you believe him?
That's all the proof Capone needs.
Take it easy, Alphonse. Take it easy.
I need a name. Just one name. Who asked for the girl? Who?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
You're right, Nikolai. I'm a fucking cop. But despite my reputation, I'm not a good cop.
And what the fuck are you going to do with me?
I put together a file on you years ago when you were working for Capone. You left a family behind in Russia, used to send them money. Are your parents still alive? I'm sure your brother is. And his 3 kids. Or has he had more?
You're bluffing.
Want to take a trip to Russia, Sugar Kid?
I've never heard a kid scream in Russian, my friend.
I've never seen her. She told me to find 9 kids for her not long after Al went into the slammer. Not just any 9 kids. They were all the sons of criminals. Corrupt cops, murderers, rapists.
A woman?
She set up a meet in the caves at Rockford. In the darkness. I never saw her face. A week ago she had me meet her again. The same place. The same assignment. Just like 20 years ago. But with new kids. Including Sofia Capone.
What else?
That's it.
There has to be more.
Maybe there's someone else who does business with her. Back in the day, I had a mole working undercover with the Gravediggers men.
You mean Elaine Ganella?
We were all spying on each other. We had to slice up the cake that Al had left behind. A few days after the assignment, Ganella took care of the bodies of 8 kids.
Oh, dear God, not again. Did Ganella tell you why?
Yes.
This son of a bitch was behind the case that ended my career 20 years ago. The missing children were murdered. Why? Tell me why, you son of a bitch. Did she tell you?
No. Why should she? I don't usually fraternize with the competition. That is all. I am dead.
You have no idea.
You said that.
Screw everything I said.
I don't know what you think I did, but I'd never do anything against you, Al.
It's a tough decision.
Lower your gun, you damn untouchable.
Given all the evidence
You don't have the balls to do it, and you know it. You piece of shit.
What the fuck? His bodyguard.
He doesn't feel pain. Where's your gun?
Boss, where's yours?
I prefer not to use it.
Ray! Your gun! Nelson! Yeah!
God damn.
Where do you buy those things?
He wasn't his bodyguard. He was his jailer.
Where do you buy those things?
Let's go. If that thing found us, there'll be more on the way.
All right. I'll go by the suite to pick up my things. Change of plan. I don't want my things anymore.
Where is Mr. Capone? Where is he?
There's no one by that name here, sir.
We have to help them.
What? That's suicidal. There's too many of them. And only Ness is carrying a gun.
Let's go.
When he starts thinking, he'll scare you even more.
That's the boy who locked me up. Right there. Will you shut up?
What now?
You know this place better than me. Any other exits?
There's another cable car for emergencies.
Which way?
That way.
We all okay?
Yeah.
For the time being.
cover me. Where you go? To enjoy the view. Come on, you sons of bitches! Capone's back, and he's a star! You, whoever you are, until your brother, and your mom, and your dog, and they were all dead! Hey, you know what I just meant? I pissed on their grave, and flowers grew! What? You're not shooting anymore? What, I make you cry? Capone! It's me, Ness!
Life's full of little twists and turns, huh?
Prepare to die, Capone! My father died because of you!
Another one. Hey, amazing what sticks in people's minds.
That was fun.
There they are! Capone is back, gentlemen! And he has presents for everyone! Three of them! You have no idea how much I've missed it! I got him!
Now mama swear like that, but the next day she came back for more.
Come here! Come on! More! Let me try something.
Oops.
Let me try something. Let me try something.
I thought it was his tank.
We're not gonna get out of here. So what's the secret ingredient?
We'll get out of here. We have to keep moving.
Shady.
Move! Which way? That way! The service entrance!
Let's go.
We have to get to the cable car, start it, and wait till it reaches us.
Oh, come on.
Where are we going?
Let's visit a relic.
Yeah.
You remember the November 9th massacre? I arranged a meet with Leo Maldonado in the garage on 72nd and Main. I was alone, but the son of a bitch turns up with 30 men. Fortunately, I brought along one of these beauties. You should have seen the faces on those jerks.
This is gonna be fun.
Not bad for a couple of has-beens, huh?
Whew. How many did we kill?
More than I've seen in 13 years. Now, some food and... Protect him.
Powdered licorice. Half a teaspoon.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Ray. Oh, God. Oh.
He was a good man. And you know what? The first thing he said to me when he walked into my restaurant was that he was going to die.
He saved my ass several times. Literally. And I don't need to tell you what a big shot mafioso keeps his ass for when he goes into jail. He saved me.
Looks like it's clear. Let's go.
Is this dump safe?
It'll have to do. Besides, they're looking for you. They may not have recognized me. That hurt?
Now, what do you think?
I have painkillers at the diner. You can hold on for a few minutes.
Painkillers? Who do you take me for?
What is this?
What the fuck?
Holy Christ.
Cut her eyes out. this like the prologue or something?
It's not fair. It's your fault I'm like this. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, now you're sorry. Whatever. Who cares anyway? I don't have a hand. They don't feed me. And they gave you a puppy. It's not fair. I haven't eaten anything either since I don't know when. A long time. Neither is Groucho. Poor little thing is so hungry. He's just a puppy. And they cut off my hand. I don't feel good. I don't want to die. We'll get out. You wait and see. I hope so. I miss my mom and dad. And my brother. And my toys. Will you let me play with Groucho? He needs to rest. He's very weak.
Hello, my dear. Don't be afraid. I have come to bring a present for your little doggy.
His name is Groucho.
Give it to her. The milk will do him good. He has to grow. He needs to get big and strong. What do we say?
Thank you.
No. Thank you, honey, for being such a good girl. Let's go.
Give it to me, please. I need it more. It's just a dog.
Those goddamn things have horns on their head.
I'm sorry, Bruno. Whore! You're a whore! A whore! Die, whore! Die, whore! 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 You asked for this. Whore.
That's harsh. Oh man, she was so red then. Oh, so that's where it finishes. Yeah, well, that'll do it for this screen,
They met 20 years ago.
Elliot, whose side are you on?
Looks like someone's tying up loose ends for me.
Tell me straight. You killed him, didn't you?
He was eaten alive.
Put those instincts to work, Ness. Just when I thought we were getting closer to Sophia.
He kills them at the end. He seems determined to carry out this ritual on individuals with connections to the underworld.
You said you'd find her, Ness. That you'd save her. That you'd bring her back to me.
Wow. Wonder when that's gonna come out. If it even is gonna come out, to be honest with you. I would have thought I would have thought a new episode would have came out by now, but